I keep wondering, over and over again, if I made the right choice. Right or wrong, I know I'll go to hell for what I've done. And I accept that. But I wonder, is it necessary to make you come with me? Even if that is what you wished for?
What a catastrophe. So, how many did we lose?
4 researchers are dead, 5 others and Dr. Tokioka are missing, no doubt buried in the rubble.
The 3 necrolyzers were blown out of existence. Of course, by then, they'd already trashed the lab.
Boss, you really think this was an accident? Or something else?
It doesn't matter, does it? Either way, your expectations weren't realistic to begin with.
And who are you?
A researcher with the R&D team. My name is Laguna Glock.
Why did you say our expectations weren't realistic?
Dr. Tokioka was studying a process called necrolization. He claimed he was perfecting a method of reanimating the dead. But after thoroughly reviewing the parameters of his experiments, I discovered the process was more effective on people still alive rather than those who were dead. Meaning that the doctor intentionally made the process more difficult than it had to be. Sir, if you put me in charge of this project, I promise to develop the most advanced necrolyzers ever seen, and better yet, a completely new kind of soldier for Millennium.
All right, let's give it a try. Huh? I don't care how much you have to spend. Just get me results as quickly as possible, understand?
Perfectly. Thank you, sir.
Boss, are you sure about this?
Yeah, Lee. I can see it in his eyes.
His eyes, boss?
He has the eyes of a man who would sell his soul to Satan to find the answers he's looking for. Oh.
I haven't seen you for 15 years.
Please forgive me.
The money you asked me to get for you is in the trunk.
Thank you.
What now? You leaving town?
As soon as I can. First, I have to figure out how to deliver 2 things. This case and a letter. There's a man I need to get them to right away. Big Daddy himself. the boss of Millennium.
You mean my master?
Huh? Brother, what do you mean?
You said you have a letter from my master.
Do you mean to tell me you work for...
Dear Big Daddy, the fact that you are reading this letter means that I no longer exist in this world. But that is part of my destiny too, along with what I confess to you now in this letter. I knew all about what my friend Harry McDowell was doing. I knew everything. Knew he was working from behind the scenes to strengthen his team and get promoted more quickly. I knew that he was payrolling research aimed at reviving the dead. And through it all, I remained silent. I didn't tell you what I knew. I had my reasons. It was easy to justify. I told myself if what Harry's doing will benefit the organization, then it must be all right. I wanted to believe in Harry McDowell. I wanted to believe in my best friend.
Brandon, I promise you this. If Harry McDowell does any damage to this organization, he'll...
Harry's not a traitor, and he never will be. You've got my word. However, each and every traitor who breaks the Code of Iron will receive the same punishment. No more, no less, regardless of rank or status.
So you already knew. Even back then, you knew. But to be prepared to face a thing like that...
Not Harry. Of course not. It's impossible. But why? Why, Brandon? Please tell me.
I know you wanted to protect the organization. And Maria as well.
Big Daddy, I want to believe in Harry McDowell. But if he forgets himself, if he veers off course, he'll need to be stopped. And that will be my job, no one else's. That's why I met with Dr. Tokioka secretly, and why he granted my request. In the event of my death, I want to be revived, to become a necrolyzer. I want to remain in the containment chamber asleep until I'm needed. If the organization is threatened, or if Harry veers off course, I want to be awakened.
Brandon, what have you done? Brandon. Brandon, you're so awkward. You were free to make your life whatever you wanted it to be. Why did you throw all that away? It's all right, Brandon. It's all right. You don't have to wake up ever again. Just rest peacefully. That's the only thing I can wish for now. Rest, my son. Dr. Tokioka, I won't ask what kind of experiments you were conducting when you conspired with Harry McDowell. or what sort of immoral acts you committed in doing so. What I expect, in return, is your promise to let Brandon rest in peace forever. Just tell me what you need, and you'll get it. That's all I have to say. Is that clear?
Yes, Big Daddy. Perfectly clear.
That'll be all now, Doctor.
Not nearly as much pain as I deserve for the things I've done.
What am I punishing him for? I'm the one who deserves to be condemned.
Master, I just received a rather urgent call from the mansion.
What happened?
I'm afraid that Madame Maria can't be found, sir.
What was that?
They've searched the entire estate quite thoroughly and couldn't find her.
Let's get going.
Brandon and Harry were in the same organization. Harry killed Brandon because Brandon betrayed the organization? It's absurd. How could? The two of them were so close. It just isn't possible. But if it's true, I'll never forgive Harry McDowell for killing my beloved Brandon.
I thought I might find you here.
Darling.
Let's go home. Didn't you say you wanted to raise our child in a place where no one does what you're thinking of doing?
Yes, of course I did, but...
There's something I need to tell you. Come, we can talk in the car. Maria, I understand your grief and how very difficult this must be for you. Fortunately, I was able to prevent you from making a tragic mistake. Now there's something else I need to talk to you about. Maria, I have some good news for you. I just found out Brandon is alive.
What?
It's true, I swear. I wouldn't lie to you.
Where is he? Where's Brandon right now, do you know?
Unfortunately, he won't be living around here anymore. Plans on doing a lot of traveling. I don't think we'll see him again soon. In fact, we may never see him again.
Did you see him yourself?
No. He contacted me through one of my aides who talked to him for quite a while.
Really?
Yes.
If he's alive... That's enough for me.
Listen, Brandon told my aide to tell you. If you ever have an emergency and need his help, you should use that case over there to let him know that you're in trouble. He'll come to you as fast as he can, no matter where you are. Brandon had one other message that he wanted me to give you. He prays for one thing, your happiness, Maria.
Your orders, sir?
Tokioka, take care of Maria for me.
Are you leaving, Master?
For some time now, I've forgotten who I am, that I am Millennium itself.
I understand, sir.
Maria, do your best, my darling. Find a new life where our child can be raised in peace. It's been over 35 years since I founded Millennium. I've spent most of my life protecting the organization and the family. I've lived life on my terms. I have no regrets. Well, one perhaps, that my time with Maria couldn't have been longer. But I'm grateful that she came into my life. It's been like a dream for me. And Brandon was the one who brought us together. Thank you, Brandon. And I also thank you for entrusting me with that case. But as much as I appreciate the gesture, I have no intention of using it. I have given the case to Maria, and the new life within her that's about to be born. My only legacy. And should they ever need you, please respond to their request. I'm sorry, Brandon. But as the founder and oldest member of this organization, it's only fitting that I honor your memory in the proper way.
I thought it was about time for you to show up, Big Daddy. Actually, I expected you sooner. My guys told me that both you and Maria were here earlier, but then you postponed your visit. I would have asked you to come up, but I didn't want to intrude, so I held myself back. On the other hand, maybe I should have come out and said hello.
Tell me, Harry McDowell, what are your plans for all this? What do you want to do with the Millennium organization?
Well, since it's my organization, I'd appreciate you keeping your nose out of my business, including my plans for the future.
I am Millennium. Millennium's me, and I'm Millennium.
Things have changed, old man, haven't you noticed? Harry McDowell is Millennium now.
Perhaps there is harmony in compromise.
With all due respect, harmony's an outdated concept that has no place in a modern economy. Harmony just leads to stagnation, whereas competition and rivalry result in progress and productivity. Harmony isn't one of our strong points, and our clients like it that way. You understand, right? Seems like you're really beginning to look your age, Big Daddy. You know what I think? And I'm not just yanking your chain here. I think you should retire. Take a load off. Have a seat. Can I get you something to drink? I happened to get my hands on a bottle of 28-year-old bourbon the other day. What do you know? This bourbon was bottled the same year I was born. It matured almost as well as I have.
Thanks for the offer, but unfortunately I don't drink bourbon, only whiskey.
Oh? May I ask why?
Bourbon's derivative, descended from whiskey. It's not the original, as it were.
Well then, let's get rid of every ounce of whiskey in existence. Then bourbon becomes the original, right?
Whatever makes you think that's the way things are.
Millennium's a good teacher. I think that way because of Millennium.
Is that so? Then I guess I have no choice.
You gonna shoot me?
I certainly hope so. Think of it as payback for Brandon's loyalty and his life.
Sorry, Bunji, but would you mind stepping out for a moment?
Sure, no problem.
That's good. Now look, Big Daddy. Why don't you and Maria go live in a nice, quiet little town? You're still a worthwhile guy to have around. I don't want to kill you if I don't have to.
Brandon knew. Brandon knew everything. Your betrayals and scams, your grimy little conspiracies. But Brandon still had faith in you.
Brandon knew? Brandon knew? So he knew? He knew that I'd...
Harry, if you care about Brandon, make this an organization he'd be proud of.
What the hell are you saying, you old bastard? Brandon died because of you! You were the one who got him killed!
Brandon cared a great deal!
Don't you dare say that name! You bastard! You bastard! You took him away from me! If it weren't for you right now, I could have been climbing the ladder with Brandon! With Brandon! With Brandon! No, it's not enough. Killing you is not enough. I'll erase you like a videotape. Total obliteration. I, Harry McDowell, the All-Powerful, will destroy every trace of your existence from the face of this planet!
Even from the grave, the man maintains his loyalty to the organization. So loyal is Brandon Heat. No, that name is no longer appropriate. Brandon Heat is no more. You have come back from beyond the grave. So that will be your name. From this point on, you are beyond the grave. Keep sleeping, grave. Forever.
Long enough to change people's hearts. But there's one man who stopped time. He hasn't changed at all. He just keeps sleeping.